welcome to the Horn Hangouts, everybody. I can see you all out there on the chat. It's so fantastic that you're watching literally from all over the world. I hope I've been practicing all day for that little flourish. The rest of the Horn Hangout tune was too difficult, so I stuck with that. It's not as easy as it looks, but it's a lot of fun. But you're not here to see me today. You are here to see the Melodica Men, Joe and Tristan. Where are you guys? Come on, everybody, all together. Melodica Men, where are you?
Where are they? Y'all ready for this? There. Yay. Huh. Here we go.
Hey! Woo! I hear the whole world clapping now. We're live on Facebook. We're live on the website. Joe and Tristan, welcome. Are you out of breath after all that?
I'm exhausted and
How
I'm
about
just
taking a
here.
bow?
Whoa.
I'm exhausted. I was so nervous for that little ditty. How many times have you played that fanfare of yours?
A lot. I think it's the first thing we ever played live. We were in Baltimore out in the street and we went to Inner Harbor and we're like, let's just jam. And so we went out and we came out super strong with that, but we had no rep after that. So we played and all these kids went gravitated around us because it was like a field trip then. And then they were like, play Lion King. And I completely botched it and they were like totally unimpressed. So that was our grand debut.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to meet you guys. I mean, Tristan and I've been writing for a while because I was trying to get to Florida to do one of my TV programs about you guys. And now, of course, with no travel anywhere, it's the best chance to get you two together. But today's the last day. I mean, don't worry, everybody. They're not going to be, they're going to be together. They're not splitting up, but
Breaking up.
you're moving away, right?
I am. I'm going to Boston.
Bye.
Joe, how will you survive that?
I don't know, actually. I'm honestly concerned about the cold because my blood is super thin. And over the past few months, I'm like, I gotta prep for this. So I've been making my temperature in my house 69 degrees, as if that's gonna help. But I'm screwed.
For those of you that don't know, Joe and Tristan are right now in Jacksonville in Florida. So the temperature is probably very nice outside, except you've had hurricanes and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Tristan got a dog from a hurricane.
That's
You got
right.
you got a dog. Where are they? A dog from a hurricane. Is it like in the Wizard of Oz, you know, where the tornado comes? And a little dog. Where is he?
Here's the big dog that I got in the hurricane.
Hello, that's
Chandler.
Chandler.
Come on, baby.
Chandler's
Oh,
big
good
debut.
boy.
Screenshots, everybody. Screenshots, screenshots. We have great Horn Hangout screens.
Okay. Oh, and here's
Do
the
they
one.
like the Stefan Dorr's Stefan Dorr's hound, hound and horn. His Labrador cries when he plays the horn. Oh, that's Paul.
This is Paul. Hey, buddy.
And Paul came from a hurricane?
No,
No.
Paul came from money.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we got Paul.
Oh, well, thank you. We like having pets, but they don't cry or protest when you play.
They haven't yet, so I guess we still got time. So we'll find
Okay,
out.
well, you never know what might happen tonight. Listen, you guys, I've just got to let you know there are so many people watching you, and the best thing about the Horn Hangouts is this interaction that we have from all over the world. As Nancy just said, Florida to Boston, you will freeze.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Director of Shipping wants to know if Chandler sings along when you guys play. We've just covered that. Yeah, we've got some proper questions. Joe Miron is watching, who's a horn player, who's a big fan of yours here in Berlin. Karen is watching from South Africa, and Annika as well. Nancy from Louisiana. I mean, literally all over the world. From Poland, Mathieu, Heidi in New York. Yeah, not bad. You guys will read the chat afterwards. I know you will, and you'll see where everybody is writing from. So get your messages in for them. Get your questions in for them. We'll answer as many as we can. But a little history at the beginning before we get onto the melodica nerd stuff. Because I've become a melodica nerd now. Mine sounded a little different from yours. I want to know why, but we'll do that. My friend Adrian Diaz is watching, horn player from Hamburg, and big hello to you too from him. He's also a big fan. It's been amazing to see how especially the horn world, all my wonderful followers, how they've reacted to the fact that you guys are going to be on the show. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, you started off playing a toy and you started off busking to pay for your trips. But you're not, Tristan, you're a principal trumpet, Jacksonville. And Joe, the only reason you're allowed on the Horn Hangouts today is because you used to play the bass trombone.
That's correct. Yeah.
Otherwise, we are very strict about asking normal people onto with proper jobs.
It's like instrumentalist version.
Racism in his instruments.
But tell us, you're a music teacher, and
Yes.
but is piano your instrument, or
I
so dexterous?
Dexterosity, yes. I teach almost exclusively piano now, but yeah, I majored in bass trombone in school.
But you don't play it anymore.
No, I played a gig. It was actually down in Miami in March, but it got canceled for COVID.
Tristan's
And
laughing.
it worked so hard to bring his chops back, and
I
then
know.
the gig was canceled.
I was doing like lip slurs every day and sound like trash. My neighbor was like, "Shut up."
Well, I've been doing lip slurs every day to try and get my chops back to go back to work. That's
Right.
not. Can you lose your melodica chops?
No, they kind of don't exist, except if you play Pirates of the Caribbean in front of a bunch of kids.
Why is that
There's
hard?
only there's been a few times where we like chop out, which like we just go like we just are, for whatever reason, our corners just give out.
Is
But
Pirates of the Caribbean, we say Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean, is it particularly hard?
no, it's well, for me there's like a lot of chords and
Yeah.
double tonguing, but there's no excuse. You should never chop out a melodica.
Okay. Okay. So, but why? Just tell me why melodica?
Why melodica?
Great
Yeah, why
question.
not?
In general?
Because it was cheap? Because you just it's something to carry around,
All right. Well,
From the beginning, Joe.
we'll do our little shtick, little beginning thing. So, 5 years ago or so, I was at my grandpa's house in New York on Long Island for Thanksgiving, and I reached under his couch and found the first melodica I ever saw. I didn't know what it was called. It had like buttons on it. It didn't look like this, and it sounded like trash. It sounded like it
Is
broke.
that like the one that you used to play the low notes?
No, that's a bass melodica. That also sounds terrible.
That also
but-
sucks. Yeah.
But this one actually was like broken, but I thought it was really funny. So I took it, then I made a Stevie Wonder solo video and sent it to my family, and they thought it was hilarious. So my mom got me this for graduating from music school. And I
Now,
played it all.
Can we say that one exactly?
Well, not exactly this one, but this brand, yes.
Yeah.
Because yours is a lot bigger and a lot more impressive than mine. I don't know
Thank you.
why. This.
Okay.
You mean the melodica?
Okay, great.
Okay, keep it
Boo.
clean, guys. We'll be the net nannies, the internet evening blocks will come on.
It's actually the same size.
Yeah.
Yep.
It-
F
it's
to
not-
F. Wait. Yours goes up to C.
Ah.
Oh yeah, we have a little more.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're actually your own brands. You sell, I mean, you sell them properly. Let's do a little bit of
Yeah.
advertising already.
Right. Well, these are not our own brand. We do
Oh,
have we sell, but those are like
They're probably like that one.
they're probably similar to that one. Yeah, they're more for like kids. You know, Joe actually taught a whole classroom full of like sixth graders screaming on melodicas. So they use those because those are cheaper than these. These are around $100. But these are like the primo ones. So the most expensive one you'll find is like $90.
okay. Well, that's good. That's my sort of instrument. So your mum gave you that, and you played on it, and it was love at first melodican.
Yeah, that's all I did over the summer. People are like, you want to hang out? I'm like, no, I just play melodica. And then I kind of forgot about it for a while until like a year later, Tristan was playing in the Charlotte Symphony.
Yeah. I was in the Charlotte Symphony, and Joe and I were FaceTiming, and I saw a melodica in the background. I didn't know what it was, and I invited him to come hang out in Charlotte, and I said, bring that plastic toy, because it looked kind of funny. And so I played it for 5 seconds, and I was just floored. I was in love immediately. So we both, we both have our own melodicas at that point, and we sort of just tried to, make up arrangements on the fly, learn stuff by ear. And
we did like we would FaceTime each other and just play songs with each other for like 2 hours at a time.
But you couldn't play together because we're looking for that
No.
solution to be able to play together over Zoom or FaceTime. God, if you discovered that, you would never have to play again. Oh,
Right.
John Mitchell from New York, he says hi to you guys, and he's also just put a link to your website in the chat because everyone wants to know where to buy them. So there you go.
Thank you, John.
But if people
Hi.
aren't in the States, Melodica is really easy to and can't, because right now you can't ship anything from the States. But I got mine on good old Amazon, But of course, I'm going to be buying the upgraded version as soon as I get my technique up. Like after tonight. So you played tunes back and forwards, and then you just decided to just play together just for fun. Because if you go to your YouTube channel, it's literally only 4 years ago that you started all this. And the first videos are hilarious. They're like, these guys wandering around, just sort of fiddling away on melodicas.
Super raw original content. Yeah. So we first got our own instruments, and we were playing on FaceTime, but I was going to visit my family in Seattle, and I was going to dog sit for 2 weeks, and I invited Joe to come. I said, let's bring our melodicas. And so we're playing melodicas on the back deck, playing Disney princess songs, and we get really like amped about it and really excited, and we're like, let's show people what we're made of. And so we go to Pike Place Market, which is this big tourist trap in Seattle, and we went and started playing on the street, and we had a great time doing it. And we also, after 10 days, we made over $2,000 in $1 bills.
What?
Yeah, in ones and fives. So that was pretty sketchy to take to the bank, but it was a lot of fun.
Wow. That's right near that chewing gum wall, isn't it?
What?
Pike Place.
What?
There's a big wall in Seattle right around the corner from Pike Place where people stick their gum on the wall. You didn't.
That's lovely.
That's
Okay, sorry, I just
but
I don't know. Any of you guys know what I'm talking about? Back me up here. So your original videos, I mean, you did have someone with you. Did he get the sack or what? Because I remember the first time I saw a video of yours, there were 3 of you doing the Sacre. That was the first video I think I saw.
Yeah, that was our first viral hit, was Stravinsky's Rite of Spring, which was just so ridiculous because it was like 90 seconds long. But our friend, his name's Arthur Robinson, and he was in the Navy Southwest Band in Jacksonville. And
Horn.
Yeah, horn player.
That's why he got the sack.
That's
Yikes.
And so he was just at our house one night, and we were living together in Jacksonville. And he had his own melodica, of course, because we're all cool. And so we were in the living room drinking root beer floats, not a euphemism. We weren't, trashed. And we were just like playing melodica songs at each other. And someone played something that sounded very vaguely like Rite of Spring. And you want to play it?
Come on, Joe, let's hear it.
It was something like that. And then we decided to make a video of it. And we were like, well, we got a third person here. He can just, Artie does bum, 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 bum. That's like most of what he does.
I was going to say that I can play it on.
He has the hard part.
What do you want to play?
All right, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Synchronization.
Latency. Okay. So
Yeah,
anyways,
I wonder what I wonder what that sounded like via Zoom.
Catastrophe.
But
Youth
here
orchestra.
we're in sync. um, yeah, that was the first viral thing. But then you've sort of you've transitioned from there into the dudes that dress up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That took a while to get to wherever we are now. But yeah, it started. We would just wear like graphic tees. You know, we played Holst with.
Yeah. That was actually the first one where we did any kind of dressing up at
With
all.
NASA, you had NASA t-shirts.
Yeah,
right?
you had NASA. I had a Holst T-shirt. Like, but what was crazy is that I wore it, and then the comments were like, "Where'd you get that whole shirt? I want that whole shirt." And then people were like, "I'll trade you my firstborn for that whole shirt." I'm like, and so I held like an auction for it, and like people went crazy. And I'm like, I guess people like when we wear stuff, and so we started wearing stuff after that.
Okay, so here I will get to your questions, dear online viewers, but it's my night to ask questions because I'm a fan. So, but I will get to some of yours, I promise. But I wanted to ask, where do you get all these costumes from?
Online, like Amazon, HalloweenCostumes.com
Yeah,
is a
Halloween
year-round store, believe it or not. Like, we're probably their main business outside of October. Also, like eBay and some like sketchy Russian sites sometimes.
So sketchy Russian sites, okay, the Scheherazade and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
how do you decide? Tell me, who's the genius behind this? Because who does the arrangements?
I do most of the arrangements.
You have a lot of the tunes. Tristan plays, you have all this sort of fast fiddly stuff.
Right. Yeah, we actually play to one another's strengths. And Joe, from the beginning, Joe was doing all the arranging after we, because we were doing all the stuff by ear at first. But once it got more, sophisticated and you couldn't just, approximate it and do a decent job, Joe was making arrangements for it. And so we definitely play to our strengths, meaning I can't play fast as well as he can. So he gives himself the hard parts. And I've done a couple arrangements also, and I give him the hard things. So.
But I may just add, now this always goes horribly wrong when I try and do it. Can you guys see this?
Oh,
Listen
goodness.
to this, guys. Listen to this double tonguing.
That's Tristan.
Oh!
Oh, wow. There was an earlier one that was fast.
Oh, God.
That's pretty impressive. Okay, so I think you're very well matched. Joe does all the twiddly bits, and Joe does the triple, quadruple tonguing. Very, very impressive. Okay, so you do the arrangements. You learn them all by heart.
Yeah.
I mean, I really have to say chapeau for that. How long does that take?
To memorize them.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes, at the beginning, like I said, when we were doing stuff by ear, we didn't actually have to memorize it. We would just kind of, every time we played it, we would just play it by ear. So, but once it got, more sophisticated, we had to memorize them. So, after practicing the arrangements for like, a week, we memorize stuff pretty quickly for whatever reason.
Come on, Rite of Spring, even the conductors can't memorize that one.
Well, there's only 2 parts in this Rite of Spring, so, and it's only, 2.5 minutes. So
It's all in 4/4 too in my arrangement.
okay.
We played an arrangement of the Rite of Spring in the Berlin Phil with a kids orchestra, and somebody had rearranged it all in 4/4, and Simon Rattle conducted it, and the kids band rehearsed it, and for the dress rehearsal, we all came in to play with them. We literally couldn't play it in 4/4.
No. Well, I've heard about that actually.
I was joking.
No, I've heard about that. I think that would make it way more awkward. But anyways.
The chat it lags a tiny bit, like the sound in Zoom. Oh man, guys, that's incredible! Shuffle, astounding. Gemma says her tongue hurts from watching that. I can see why that went viral, and people are backing me up on the chewing gum wall, so you can hear that afterwards.
good. That's important.
If you're
Valid.
watching on Facebook, and I can see a lot of you are, welcome. It's fantastic. If you have any really juicy questions for Joe or Tristan, or both of them, get over onto the website and ask them here, because it's quite a sort of multitasking thing to keep an eye on everything. So I love to ask the ones from the website. But welcome if you're watching. Tell us where you're watching from. We love to know that. Okay,
Bring
so
the juice.
costumes. What?
Nothing. I just said bring the juice. You said
Bring-
juicy questions.
Bring the juicy. Bring the juice.
Boo.
Arrangements, double tonguing, costumes. What else do you need?
That's
Long-
it. Lung? Oh, backdrop.
Oh
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Society6 and redbubble.com if you want tapestries. Very specific reference, but that's where we get it from.
Very niche.
And do you get them made up or what?
No, I just Google like whatever theme it is. I
Yeah.
find one that looks like
Can I show you? I'd like to share with everyone if my screen share will share properly. I showed the entire contents of my iPhone photos the other day by mistake on the live stream. Yeah,
Disaster.
everyone's been there. I mean, not been in my photo. You know what I mean. But one of my favorite backdrop moments is this. So it starts off. It starts off quite harmless. Okay. Nice medals. So it's a little bit mean that Joe's only got one medal and Tristan, no, Tristan only has one and Joe has like about 55.
Well, I'm Michael Phelps and he's
Oh,
Sean
you're Michael
White.
Phelps. Of course
Yeah.
you are.
He's Sean White.
I'm Sean White. Yeah, that's right.
Got it.
People,
Got
I mean, people used to say I look like Michael Phelps. So.
You do actually. And anyway, yeah.
No,
Totally.
No.
except
Totally.
the incredible build.
Mr. Butterfly. Okay, but this was you playing the Olympic fanfare, and this is one of the epic endings of all time. May I?
Please.
Go for it.
Oh! What a catastrophic fold. So,
I love that. Was that your laundry room or what was
The
that?
laundry room.
yes.
Okay.
There's some bleach back there. You know, it's
Dog food.
lots of dog food. Roaches live there. It's so
Lovely.
raw.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. People have gone to your website. Thank you very much for that. They're visiting your website. Greetings from Sweden, from Tova. Philip Spat or Flip Spat. Sometimes the names get me, but I think it's Philip Spat. Splat would have been a good name for a horn player. Do you think
Right.
someone can learn the basics of piano on the melodica and then go on to a real piano? And greetings from Greece.
Yeah, great question, actually. That's kind of what inspired me to teach melodica last year at an elementary school with 5th through 7th graders. Because I was thinking, this is because I found out that in countries like Korea and Japan that all kids learn a melodica, like recorder, they don't even use over there. I'm like, wow, that's better objectively, because it's just, there are way more transferable skills on something like this. And it was cool because some of the kids like actually picked it up and would take it home and like learn songs off of YouTube and like wanted to get private piano lessons from me. So yeah, it's kind of like a litmus test to see if they have any interest in music. And you can get like a basic understanding of like keyboard layout and theory. It's a different action on the melodica, but like that doesn't matter for beginners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think also one thing to say is that like the fact that you can play you can make a sound so easily on the melodica makes it so much more accessible for younger kids, because God, I still spend so much time trying to make a sound on the trumpet, you know, but like at the beginning, you know, it takes years to make a tone that sounds good. You know?
Tell me about it. I know.
Right.
You
Very
know,
related.
there's some people that are a little bit concerned, probably because of Corona times. How do you clean it? You don't,
just
obviously.
Unplug it and drink the spit. No.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, you just
Sorry.
kind of, there's like a spit valve, basically, I guess. But
There?
it doesn't- no. Yeah, it's like you push a button right here and supposedly spit comes out, but it doesn't work. You
is
got
that this?
Yep. Watch out because it might
Oh,
flop. Okay. It might soak
okay.
you.
So this is that's that.
Yes.
Yes.
It literally just spat on me.
Yeah. We have like garbage melodicas that we will practice on. So these are our like good ones. I use that term loosely, but we have, ones that are broken because they break after a little while. So we'll practice, for our videos or for live performances on broken ones. And if you play too loud on a melodica for a long time, the reeds just shatter. Yeah, they go flat and tank. So
I have a something to admit. I got this yesterday, unpacked it, turned it on, did that, nothing happened. Well, turned it on, I took it out, I did that. And then I realized, okay, I have to blow through it. So I blew through it, and it was too loud. And then I turned it over looking for something to turn it down with.
oh my gosh, you did that.
I did.
That's
amazing.
That's hilarious.
It really was embarrassing. And I was ashamed, but I thought you would appreciate that story. And Nancy from Louisiana has just asked if, would you recommend the melodica for a 5-year-old? Absolutely. But shut him up in the next room, no?
Yeah, no, I mean, well, they're not going to play super loud because it takes a lot of air to play loud, especially in the low register. In high register, it can be kind of loud. But yeah, 5-year-olds, melodicas, great stuff.
How do you, for example, because Tristan, you do the beginning of Sacre, don't you? Or who did the beginning of Sacre?
I play it, yeah.
How do you creep in like that?
Well, in the other one, I'm using a different melodica, which actually has like a slight... What?
In the original?
Not in the original. But yeah, I mean, how do you do it? You do it. You just use very little air.
Whoa.
Well, that's because you're used to playing a French horn. So it's like, when I first got the melodica, I was like, and I was just overblowing it like crazy.
Yeah, that's happened to me all day.
Very little air. Also, if you're using like a $20 instrument, then the reeds won't respond if you play soft. But I can play soft. So I can come kind of like a clarinet from nothing.
That's so impressive.
It's
that's
not
so
though. But okay.
It's so impressive having overblown for the last day in his room. My chop's playing the horn today. Exactly. Okay, Joe, your technical question. How did you do the flutter tonguing? Someone called it flutter tanking on the chat just before, which I thought was very nice.
Flutter tonguing?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't.
Wow. Jazz.
Okay. And what about the glissando?
It's a combination of you have to blow a note and you have to like half valve it and overblow it.
Show us a melodica right now. This looks like you're just doing something with the tune.
You can like scoop it up.
That sounded like a cow from here.
Yeah, that's cow mode if you press the button on the back.
Okay. So someone's written, blame it on the melodica. Absolutely. So some great questions have come in here. Anima, who's just lives around the corner actually from me in Berlin, she said she would love to see the Melodica Men with a big orchestra. And Karen has seconded the suggestion for the Melodic Men with orchestra. Well, have you got something to tell us?
Well, had it not been for COVID, on October 9th, we would actually be headlining a show with the BBC Symphony Orchestra. So, which is ridiculous. I mean, are you serious?
I would have come.
I probably would have come.
You probably would have been there. So
very nice of you. That's very decent.
But yeah, we're doing live orchestra stuff now, and we actually think there's a really we could really help. I was talking to Sarah a little bit about this yesterday, but how we think we would fit in the family with family programs for symphony orchestras, because obviously our act and just the instrument itself is more accessible than some symphonic stuff. Even though we're playing legit, orchestral rep in our show, we play, Jupiter and I don't know, Carmen, Scheherazade, like actual classical music that I love, and so I think that's a great way to be sort of an entryway for children to learn about classical music.
Fantastic. I really love it. And there's a great video on YouTube of you guys, of your trailer with the orchestra. You were in Philly. Is that where the footage came from?
We did do a show with Philly Pops, but we didn't do a full one. It was just, we were like dressed as elves for that one. And we played like 10 minutes. But we did a full show with Valdosta.
There we go. Let's see the
Oh,
This
Wow.
is great. Oh,
Can't
fantastic.
tights, anybody? Where's the stockings?
And where are the ears?
The ears?
Oh.
I mean, my ears are kind of pointed. Look at that one. That's pretty pointed. Yeah,
So
anyways.
that's great. So if someone wants to post the link to that video, it's called Melodica Men in the orchestra or at the orchestra or something on YouTube.
Something like that.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
something
And I think that's really exciting. So there we go. And Dave Weiner wants to call you now the Melodica Men. Ha ha ha.
Moo.
Oh.
Cow mode.
Cow.
Matthew Walker wants to know,
Moving.
are you big goofballs in normal everyday life? Or are you seem like the kind of friends that when you are with each other, your sides hurt from laughing so hard all day long? That's nice. There's the answer to your question.
No, I mean we have a good time.
Watched Lion King recently.
Yeah.
That
Can
was
you
good.
play The Lion King?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
come on.
Oh. Play the G,
Really?
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Always
just
then
getting
made
ready
two.
to do the,
Oh yeah.
Elton John.
but I couldn't find my. Oh, that's nice. So you like animals though,
Oh
don't
yeah.
you? And you've done so many fantastic things with so many projects, but this is something I just have to share because it's for me a highlight moment. Wait for it, you guys.
Oh.
Yay! More.
Those costumes are some of my favorites.
They
happened
were
to your forehead?
hilarious. And Joe, at the beginning, you had to hold your because your ears were flying around.
Oh my God, the
Yeah.
wardrobe department here is crazy. Okay, you want to do the ears?
You can go.
Okay, so I have the giraffe costume, and in order to keep the giraffe's head up, there's like a stick that's in the costume, and my forehead was on fire because we were there for hours, wearing those
Got
costumes.
a red dot.
I had a red dot for like a week, a week and a half. I had this red scab. So
And I had to hike my shoulders up like this because the elephant ears would just like mouse over like that. So I was like, for hours, it was like sore for days.
I don't know how you managed. And who came up with the idea of this? Okay, wait. This is I did this. Most people have seen the photo already, but this is typical Melodica Man. Yeah,
that.
that's typical Melodica Man.
Yeah, I think that just kind of happened, when because we shoot all this on our iPhone, and we shoot it where we can actually see ourselves usually, so we can see if we're in the shot and stuff like that. And when we first started doing these videos sitting down, we were just like, what looks like kind of dumb and funny? And then I just kind of, I
Yeah,
think.
we're kind of like flies to light. Like when the camera's on, we're just like, it's like coming close.
And, but online it looks good, well, it doesn't look good, but you can see the face, on a little screen. The bigger your face is, the better.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So it
Sure,
actually,
sure. I mean, yeah, you've done so many great things. I don't know how you managed to play without laughing. Thriller, I cannot crack up. Can you do me the?
go ahead, Joe. Whoa! Oh god,
Shimon.
that sucked.
Do you have favorites?
Oh god, like favorite videos? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. One thing that I love about doing this is that like when we play the music on melodicas, even orchestral stuff, it's like you connect with it way more than, not way more, but like in a very special way that you don't when I'm playing, Rite of Spring with the Jacksonville Symphony. Like obviously that's amazing and wonderful, but when you're playing trumpet, you're playing just one voice. Oh God.
Oh goodness.
Here we go. Spoiler alert. I guess here we go.
Do you have a favorite? Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's one of them. That's one of them. I mean, you tell me about yours. I didn't mean to click that yet, but I did.
No, you did great.
Bohemian Rhapsody, as everybody knows. Sorry, carry on about your favorite, and then you got to play one of mine.
Favorites.
It's hard to say, man.
Because I love all the music.
I really, I liked Holst, like doing the. I was surprised. Yeah, I was surprised, like the middle section with the piano, because some people were like, "Wow, I felt emotion hearing a melodica," and I'm like, "That's unprecedented."
First and last time.
It's like the harp in Scheherazade that really surprised me as well. I was like, "Whoa, where's that? Oh, it's a piano."
Exotic.
Yeah. Anything to change up the sonic palette, but yeah, honestly, for me, maybe it's Star Wars and Zelda.
Cool.
Zelda. I've been obsessed with that game for my whole life. All the games, so that was really special for me. And like I was gonna say, like when you play it and then the chords and you feel yourself playing all the notes on the melodica, it's very satisfying. And we find ourselves in awe about how amazing this music is, even if it's for movies or video games. Or we did E.T., which was amazing.
Your hair, it was so perfectly combed under the hoodie, out of the hoodie.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, Joe's hair. Yeah, your hair sort of came out of the hoodie like that. It was perfect. It was just.
Thank you. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, you didn't? It was your real hairstyle. Okay, right.
That's me.
It looked great. Dave wanted to know what you record your videos on. I think you just said you literally record them on your iPhones.
Yeah, iPhones, and then yeah.
Well, I think Apple should sponsor you.
Me too.
Just putting it out there if anybody's watching.
Wow, what a sponsor.
Wow.
Alex G said Tchaikovsky Overture 1812 is his absolute favorite.
Oh. Well. Ah! Oh!
Okay, spoiler alert. Okay, wait. We have brought, Tristan and Joe have a bag of props, and we want to know in the chat which prop is from which video, saving the hardest one for the last. You know which one. Well, it's not so hard anymore. You know which one I mean.
Oh, I know which one.
Okay, yeah, we'll save that one for last. Okay, so what were you gonna show us? That was the one from the 1812, right?
Yeah, well, this, yeah. Okay, here.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I just scared my dogs. Sorry, buddy. All right, here's the next one. What's this from?
What's this one?
You want it?
Oh.
Weapons. Here, maybe this will help jog your memory. Yeah! Yeah! Okay.
Zelda.
Yeah, whoa. That's, yeah.
Karen. And Dave, who has called you Melodica Men, he's now calling you Melodica Men.
Oh.
iPhones. We're getting good. So that there's a dog. He's not part of the props video. I think Paul.
He was actually in one of the videos. He was a prop.
In Game of Thrones.
He was in Game of Thrones, baby.
Of course he was.
Yeah, he was the direwolf.
Of course.
He didn't like me holding him. He was like,
yeah.
Totally forgot about that one. Of course, the wig was pretty impressive too. Okay, so what else do we have?
Name that interval.
La 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 la. It's like a lip trill.
It's vague. It's hard to hear. Oh yeah, Hillmore Brass Quintet. Anybody? Okay, great. Deep cut.
Can you play us a bit of that one? Because the Martini, they've got Zelda. They knew Zelda, so they've got Zelda. Now that one, I can see you using them. I just can't remember which one it's in. Oh,
the video. Okay, I thought you want the Hillmore Brass Quintet.
No.
Oh my God. Do you play Melody? Oh, play that. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Oh! Okay, yeah, I'm scaring the dogs.
Of course.
Nice, Joe.
And we need the yeah.
And then and then the at the end.
The mask scared the crap out of me. Oh, sorry, Mom, if you're watching.
That was the best idea we had.
Okay, so we've got the bells from the 1812. Okay, what else do we
Yeah.
have?
This is, I think, the last one.
Any of you get this? Go on, you got to show it once more.
Okay.
Now does it remind you of?
Okay.
That was too much. That was too much.
Spoiler.
That's
All right.
Spoiler, that was a total spoiler alert.
Yeah,
That was just so a total spoiler alert.
well,
But
let's see if anyone knows it. But
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. The chat lags a little bit behind the hang on a sec. I'm just trying to find it myself because we are going to there. Okay. Good. What was that?
uh-oh. That's a yeah.
Nice.
It's like you played it before.
That actually takes skill.
But
Yeah.
I'm such
What she did is actually hard to do. Play 5 notes in French horn.
I have up such bad chops from playing Melodica all day. So yes, Rite of Spring. They're absolutely right. They are right. Get it? It's all right. So this is where it comes from. Okay? I'm sorry, but we have to have a few minutes of this. Tristan, you look so. There's no words to describe it.
There's Chandler. We did a tattoo of my dog on my shoulder, so that's Chandler.
And Joe, you are so Michael Phelps.
And this
Feeble.
looks like a psycho caveman.
Oh, I meant the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Jacked.
Thank you.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm hilarious. I hope everyone's enjoying this. If you there it is.
Oh.
How did you get the iPhone to wobble?
That was an accident. We have our iPhone on like a music stand with this like crane holding it so we can adjust it. And my house is kind of old, so if you move a lot, I mean, we'll do it right now. If you move a lot, then the camera moves. So when we get really passionate, the camera will shake. In Shostakovich 5, in our video, that it happened in the most perfect spot. The camera like exploded.
Yeah, the ultimate chord.
Yeah, it was-
Hilarious.
I remember that quote.
Really, it's perfect. Rite of Spring went so viral. It was just 1.5 million views in a day. Did you expect that?
No.
No.
Would you have expected that?
That was a really stupid question, actually. Who would have expected that?
No, I mean, to give you context, our most popular video before that was 4,000 views, and it was a video. Oh God, yeah. The previous post, a week before Rite of Spring, we were like desperate for content, so I was like, we were on the couch, and Joe had he had a pocket trumpet that I have. It's terrible. It's blue. Joe can't play the trumpet. Let's just put that out there. And he played La Cucaracha horribly, wearing a sombrero for like 2 seconds, for probably like 15 seconds.
Wearing a what?
Sombrero?
A sombrero, sorry. Wearing a sparrow, I thought you said.
Sparrow, no. And yeah, so to give you some context, that was our previous upload, and it had 48 views.
Hey!
It sucked. And then, Rite of Spring happened, and we were just... that whole day, watching it go up by like 100,000 every hour, all we could do was, Joe was screaming and chugging water the entire time, which is
Water?
Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to do if you succeed?
I was dehydrated.
Yeah, of course. Tim Hootzinger from the President's Own Band, Marine Band is watching. Tim, they were on the Horn Hangouts last week.
That's right.
The horn section. There's a lot of horn players watching. Hugo Valverde, who's second horn in the Met, who's in Costa Rica right now, he's watching. You've really got horn players from everywhere. Joe Huron from Berlin is watching. And Annie Bosler and Dylan Hart, who live in LA, who have been on the Horn Hangout. So Dylan was on a lot of the Star Wars tracks and does a lot of studio work. So Tristan, when you get out there, you have to hook up with Dylan because
Dylan, let's be friends.
You be friends.
Be
friends. Let's be friends. Just one more thing. The time's going on. I know Joe has to go and pack. Can you just tell me a little bit? What I'd really like to know is your outreach work with the kids. Because you're very quiet about that, and it's very noble what you do. You go into schools, you have online lessons, you have videos out there teaching kids melodica. If there hadn't have been those videos, I would not have been able to perform this art. And yeah, can you just tell us a little, what is the mission?
Sure. Well, I guess the mission would be, it's a combination of, the melodica is such an accessible instrument. Like, I mean, it's so cheap compared to like a piano. So there's no barriers there. And I figure, well, if there's, free content online, and kids can get a really cheap instrument, then that would, theoretically make, music ed like really accessible to a lot of people. And so what I hope to be able to do in the next like 6 months or so is get some basic apps online for like note reading, ear training, like how to practice kind of stuff. Cause that just really speaks to me. Like, I've been teaching a lot of piano, and I think, obviously like transfers to melodica. So it'd be, with our platform, I feel like it'd be really cool to scale something with music ed. Like, that'd be pretty meaningful for me.
And your Patreons, you always thank your patrons at the end of a video. How does that work? Can everybody sign up to be your Patreons?
Yes.
Yeah, give us money. Yeah, Patreon is just the platform where people, it's like tipping us monthly, basically.
I'm going to do that for the Horn Hangouts. Do you think people would you guys tip for the Horn Hangouts? Nah, you support us.
Yeah.
They all buy our t-shirts. You guys want t-shirts? So nice Horn Hangout.
I want a t-shirt. Yeah.
I will
Can
send
extra small, make me look jacked.
extra small, and for Joe's Michael Phelps muscles, XL. Right? So that people can sign up basically, and it's like a monthly tip, and you always thank them at the end of your videos. That I think is really nice.
Yeah, well, the reason we do that is because they allow us, and it'll be, we have donations that range from like $1 a month to 100, so, but they allow us to, especially towards the beginning, they allowed Joe the flexibility to, get a ton of costumes and buy all the things that we need for our videos, and just sort of like keep doing what we're doing, I guess. So,
do you keep all the costumes, or do you what? You must have a huge fundus.
Yeah, we have a lot of costumes. We keep them all. Yeah,
I
we're actually gonna go make a run to the storage unit because we've got a giant, 10 by 10 store, or 20 by 10. I don't know how big it is, but it's got melodica, like hundreds of melodicas and so many costumes, and yeah.
So who's going to look after that when you're not in Florida anymore?
Great question.
Anybody want to volunteer?
Yeah, you? No.
Sure.
TBD. So.
Gosh.
For hire.
Okay. So, but that's the plan. Joe's moving to Boston. And Tristan, you are doing a lot of video game arranging, and that's your passion. You're arranging as well. And that's going to be a great way of going forward. You're going to do some arrangements as well, huh?
Yeah, well, it's actually not arranging as much as it is just like composing. I've always wanted to be a film composer, or a film and game composer. Like I was saying, the music that I connect with most, Zelda and like, Star Wars, I listed those as my two favorites. That's probably not a coincidence, but yeah, I just love that music. So I've been doing a lot of that, and I'm transitioning to doing that full time. I'll still continue to play the trumpet, but you kind of got to be all in if you're going to be a composer. You can't just like.
Same with the trumpet. I think.
Same with trumpet.
Joe's preparing to play a tune.
What?
If you know this, I'll be impressed.
Uh-oh.
I don't know the rest of it.
Okay.
That's all I get.
What? I thought it was going to be la da 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 da.
No.
F sharp minor, Godfather.
No, that was Gladiator.
Gladiator. No, I really didn't know that. But I have a question for Joe that I would like to know the answer to.
Yes.
How did you do the Godfather chipmunk cheeks?
Took a bunch of napkins and I shoved them in my face. I was actually like kind of like, I don't know if I think it was bleeding, but like it hurt a lot.
Well, because you had to hold them in there for hours. It takes us a long time to actually get the video.
So like between every take, I'm like,
That's all the sounds he made.
Okay, for anybody that does not know what we're talking about,
Oh!
there you go. I'm impressed you could get the melodica all the way inside that horse.
I never thought anyone would ever say
And
that.
also to play with chipmunk cheeks like that.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
What should you take? What should you choose?
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
leave the cannoli.
Wow. Great acting. Thank you.
Great acting. You guys just crack me up so much. I
Dream
mean,
of being an actor.
really, it's just you make me laugh so much. I hope you will continue to entertain us for many years to come, and also keep doing what you're doing for the melodica. It's incredible. You know, it's become this household instrument, as you say, Joe. In Asia, it is a household instrument. It's what the kids learn on, and I found it a lot more fun to play the melodica than I did the recorder, to be very honest.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing against recorders, but you know.
Everything against recorder.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, I'm just trying. So if any of you have any last messages for Joe and Tristan, let us know. Write in, let us know where you're watching from. Also on Facebook, it's been great. It's been great to see how many of you are watching out there, and you guys will see this when we get off this. Do you have anything really cool you can play us out with? We would love. I would like to join in, but I don't quite feel at that advanced,
You're right.
advanced level yet.
She can join, right?
You can play right with us. We could do that. That's kind of long. Or we could
You
play
do like
just
the
above
first
us.
half of it.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. We are happy to listen. You can play all of it, whatever you feel
I
like.
don't have the low notes, but that's okay.
Do you know how to?
I can wing it. Yeah, I'm using a different instrument, so if I make any mistakes, as always,
It's Joe's fault.
It's my fault.
Okay.
Joe's fault.
My error.
Okay, let's.
Okay, guys. The Melodica Men on the Horn Hangouts playing us out.
Can you see melodicas?
No, but we know they're there.
Hey, what was that?
Dude, how you doing?
Ah.
Oh, there's just crouch down. These are the things that we have to deal with. All right, that's the best we can do.
All right.
Right, for everybody.
Ta-da!
Everybody watching is clapping. Aren't you guys clapping like crazy? And Paul, I took a screenshot for you. Just
This dog over
Paul
here.
appeared in the middle. He appeared, and you could see this nose coming in between you guys. It was hilarious.
He is so cute. Okay.
And Zoom took a while to get used to the levels, so a little bit you
I
did
was
probably
screaming.
diminuendos at times.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But it was great. Thank you so much. I must say, my mum has just written in from London saying, great show and lots of fun. If only you had chosen a melodica, Sarah, instead of a French horn, think of how much money we would have saved. And Matthew Walker just said, I just hope you guys know how much happiness you bring to all of us who watch and listen. Thank you so much for being here. Really, thank you. I can't thank you enough. It's been great to hang out with you guys. And if you ever need a French horn in any of your videos, I hope you know who to call. Who are you going to call? Well, you've got a lot of horns on this hangout watching. You know, Jens is watching as well. I heard. So we've got a lot of horn hangouts. And Annie Bosler and Dylan said yes to being friends, Tristan. So
yes, great. I'll see you
friends
soon,
in LA.
guys.
And if there's anyone in Boston who wants to lend Joe some warm clothes, let us know.
Oh, sorry.
Was that the dog or was that Joe?
He wants to go.
Paul wants to go. So
when I'm indistinguishable from a dog. I wish I had his coat. That would be helpful.
Thank you. We need one thing. We need a selfie. We always do an end of hangout selfie.
We need the dog. Can I get the dog in the selfie?
Everybody takes a screenshot with themselves with us. So we need the dogs, we need the melodicas, and we need a Joe. You know, we need your. There we go. There we go.
Chandler's butt will be in the shot too.
There we go. Okay, Chandler's backside. Okay, ready?
Rumpton.
Okay, ready, guys? And smile, screenshot. That's the best I could do today. Great, you guys. Thank you. You're the best. It was great to meet you. I hope we can hang out in person and wear sombreros and play La Cucaracha together. That would be really fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the Melodica Men on their website. Become patrons. Sign up. Buy the melodicas. Encourage your children to play melodicas. Encourage your whole family to play melodicas. It would be a great Christmas gift.
Everyone should play melodicas.
In fact, I think I'm going to leave the Berlin Philharmonic, and maybe we can.
Don't do that.
Same. I would do the
That
same
is
thing.
ill-advised.
In these times, yes, but I love my new toy. I just might get one that's better in tune.
Yeah.
You have to shell out the cash.
I got it. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the Horn Hangouts. Keep an eye on the website for the next one. Joe, Tristan, you guys are the best. Bye, Paul and Chandler as well. Bye. See you next time.
Bye.